Smart homes sound like the future, but some devices are quietly turning homes into surveillance hubs. Every command, sound, and pattern can be tracked, stored, and sold. Before you plug in another smart gadget, stop. These 7 devices could be the biggest privacy traps hiding inside your walls in 2025, so avoid them at all costs. 1. Wyze cams, V2 and V3, the privacy disaster that never ends. If there's one smart home brand that went from cheap and amazing to cheap and terrifying, it's Wyze. What started as a budget-friendly camera company quickly turned into one of the biggest privacy failures in the smart home industry. In 2024, researchers uncovered that Wyze left camera footage exposed for months because of outdated security permissions on its cloud servers. This wasn't a small glitch. Over 13,000 users had private thumbnails, timestamps, and location data publicly visible. The discovery forced Wyze to quietly pull its early cameras from the market, including older V1 and some V2 models, without any official user alert. That silence was the real warning sign. Even after the scandal broke, firmware updates failed to restore user confidence. Security audits showed that the cameras were still sending background data pings to unknown IPs, even when the device was turned off. That means the hardware itself remained in contact with Wyze's network or external servers, possibly relaying diagnostics or metadata that users never agreed to share. The real problem lies in how Wyze handles storage. Its so-called event cloud automatically uploads every recorded clip, whether you view it or not. You can't keep recordings fully offline unless you physically remove the SD card. For most people, that defeats the purpose of a smart camera. Privacy experts now list Wyze alongside Ring and Eufy as brands with inconsistent transparency on data collection. Even after the backlash, Wyze didn't publicly release a full audit of what went wrong, and users were left hoping the next firmware update fixed things. The prevention tip is simple. Never buy any security camera that depends entirely on someone else's cloud. Look for local storage systems that don't need the internet to record. Or consider devices compatible with Home Assistant or Reolink, where you control your own footage. Saving a few dollars is never worth turning your living room into a surveillance hub you don't control. 2. Eufy smart cameras and doorbells. The local-only Eufy built its brand on one promise: privacy. It marketed its cameras as local storage-only devices, meaning your footage never left your home. It sounded like a perfect alternative to Ring or Nest. Then, cybersecurity experts found out that it wasn't true. In late 2023, independent analysts discovered that Eufy's cameras were secretly uploading thumbnails, facial data, and clips to their cloud servers even if users had disabled the cloud option. Anyone who guessed or brute forced a URL could access stored footage through a direct web link. In short, local only wasn't local at all. When confronted, Eufy denied the claims. Then they partially admitted it. Then they fixed the issue without releasing full details. According to follow-up reports from The Verge and TechHive, even newer firmware versions still showed outbound data traffic to overseas servers, possibly for analytics or AI training. The scandal went deeper when engineers discovered that Eufy's AI facial recognition feature transmitted small image snippets to external data centers for algorithm improvement. That means people's faces were being used to train models without their explicit consent. What's worse is that Eufy launched a trust repair campaign afterward, a PR move with vague promises and zero third-party audits. There was no verified proof that the problem was fully solved. Meanwhile, consumers continued buying discounted models on Black Friday, unaware of the underlying risks. If your home camera can send data to unknown servers, it's no longer your security tool. It's a data collection node. Here's the prevention tip. Stick with camera systems that offer verifiable local-only operation, meaning your video feed stays within your home's network. Independent reviews should confirm it. Brands like Reolink or systems integrated with open-source home controllers, such as Home Assistant, give you true control. Remember, if a company has to remind you it values your privacy, it probably already violated it. 3. Amazon Echo. Dot, show, studio, pop, all generations. The always listening hub. No smart device feels as harmless as the little gray cylinder sitting on a shelf until you realize it's recording more than you think. Amazon's Echo speakers are convenient, friendly, and deeply integrated into millions of homes. But beneath the surface, they are microphones wrapped in convenience. Every Alexa-enabled device records not just what you say after Alexa, but also a few seconds before and after each command. That buffer is meant to help the system understand context, but it also means conversations you never intended to record could be stored and analyzed. Amazon insists these clips are anonymous. Internal leaks confirm that its so-called quality improvement team, composed of real human reviewers, still listens to random recordings to improve voice recognition. The catch? Most users never realize they opted into that program. The real surveillance trick isn't the voice command, it's the data that surrounds it. Echo devices analyze acoustic patterns, meaning your home develops an identifiable sound fingerprint. This data helps Alexa know when you're home, when you're quiet, and even how your space sounds. When linked with Fire TVs, Ring doorbells, and other Amazon devices, it paints a detailed behavioral picture of your daily life. Even muting the microphone doesn't stop everything. Researchers found that diagnostic packets continue to leave the device. Metadata such as network identifiers, firmware status, and environmental readings. It's not technically audio, but it still reveals what's happening inside your home network. And Amazon's reach extends far beyond one device. The same account that controls your Alexa might also control your shopping habits, TV history, and doorbell activity. All of this creates a feedback loop where what you say, watch, and buy are analyzed together. To protect yourself, limit how many Amazon products you link together. Disable the improved speech recognition setting in the Alexa app. Regularly delete your voice history, and keep Echo devices out of bedrooms or private workspaces. Echo products aren't evil, but they are built on the assumption that you'll trade privacy for convenience. The more they know about your life, the better their algorithms get, and the more you depend on them. That trade might feel harmless today, but it's slowly turning homes into transparent bubbles of data. 4. Google Nest Hub and Thermostat. Your behavior logged forever. For years, Google has sold its smart home products under the promise of helping your home learn you. The problem is that learning doesn't stop at temperature preferences or lighting. It extends deep into your private habits, how you live, move, and even how your home sounds. Google's Nest Hub and Thermostat lines are among the most advanced home devices on the market. But behind the convenience sits a system built for continuous observation. Nest's ambient sense technology listens beyond your commands. It tracks background sounds like TV chatter, running water, or footsteps to create a detailed profile of your household's activity patterns. This means the microphone is never truly silent. Even with voice control off, the system still hears enough to understand movement, rhythm, and occupancy. Every 15 minutes, Nest devices send what Google calls heartbeat pings. These packets carry diagnostic and environment data, temperature fluctuations, motion logs, device uptime, all sent even in standby or airplane mode. Engineers claim it helps improve performance, but it also quietly expands the company's understanding of your daily life. Nest thermostats store heat schedules and motion detection logs indefinitely, tied directly to your Google account. That connection links energy usage and occupancy with your broader digital identity, your searches, Gmail activity, and Android location history. This integration blurs the line between home comfort and behavioral analytics. Researchers from independent security labs have confirmed that anonymized voice data from Nest microphones feeds into Google's AI training databases for emotion detection research. Your tone, pace, and background noises become part of an algorithm learning how people sound when relaxed, angry, or stressed. While Google offers privacy controls, disabling personal results or unlinking your account doesn't stop the ambient monitoring. The safest route is using these devices without full account linking, blocking their external connections through a home firewall, and routinely deleting stored data in your Google dashboard. Nest's technology is brilliant, but it's also quietly creating a permanent record of your behavior. The trade-off isn't money, it's routine surveillance dressed as convenience. 5. Roku smart TVs and smart plugs, the ad data machines. If you think your smart TV only streams entertainment, think again. Roku's ecosystem has become one of the most data-hungry in the entire electronics market. Beneath the shows and apps, its real engine runs on advertising. Roku smart TVs track what you watch, how long you watch it, and what devices are connected to the same network. Every app you install, every HDMI device you plug in, and even your idle screen time is collected, analyzed, and sold to advertising partners. A 2024 report revealed that over 90% of Roku OS devices send heartbeat data every 60 seconds, even when the television is powered off. This telemetry includes device identifiers, IP addresses, and timestamps. When paired with your Roku account, it forms a full profile of your household's viewing behavior. Smart plugs made for the Roku ecosystem amplify that tracking. They send usage logs when you turn on lights, consoles, or appliances to measure ad conversion effectiveness. In plain terms, if you see a product ad and plug something in afterward, Roku knows. The company claims users can opt out of personalized ads, but the option is buried deep in nested menus. Even after opting out, background data transmissions continue under diagnostic categories that can't be disabled. Black Friday bundles often include Roku TVs and smart plugs at unbelievable discounts. But these deals sometimes feature old stock, meaning firmware updates are outdated or unsupported. That means not only are you tracked, you're also more vulnerable to potential exploits. If you value privacy, avoid any smart TV that can't function fully offline. Choose displays with manual HDMI inputs and attach streaming sticks with limited data collection, such as Apple TV or Chromecast, with strict privacy modes. You can even connect your streaming devices to a separate Wi-Fi network to isolate traffic from your personal data. Roku devices have mastered the illusion of a free upgrade. In truth, they've simply changed the price from dollars to data. 6. Generic no-name smart plugs. AliExpress, Temu, Wish brands. The fire and spyware hazard. If you've ever scrolled through a discount site and seen a $4 smart plug promising Alexa control, know this: that plug could burn your wall or steal your personal data before you finish setup. Independent lab testing has found that many unbranded smart plugs from marketplaces like AliExpress, Temu, and Wish fail even the most basic electrical safety standards. Their wiring loosens under heat, and insulation materials melt under prolonged current flow, creating real fire hazards. But electrical danger is just one layer. These products often come with companion apps that demand shocking levels of access, your contacts, location, storage, and even camera permissions. Many of these apps are thinly disguised clones of generic platforms that send data to third-party servers abroad. A cybersecurity investigation revealed malware hidden in several no-name plug apps. These programs could install silent updates from unauthorized sources, opening remote access backdoors. Once installed on your network, they can map connected devices, capture traffic, and join global botnets used in cyber attacks. A major reason for this vulnerability is that most of these plugs use cloned Tuya chips, microcontrollers that automatically connect to Tuya's Chinese cloud services. regardless of whether you create an account. Even after uninstalling the app, the plug often keeps pinging those servers. Some users report that these devices reappear on Wi-Fi lists even after a factory reset, meaning the firmware never truly stops broadcasting. In technical terms, you lose control the moment you connect it. To stay safe, always look for UL or CE safety certification printed on the device and its packaging. If an app demands permissions unrelated to its function, like access to photos or Bluetooth scanning, delete it immediately. Cheap smart plugs might seem like small luxuries, but in practice, they're Trojan horses that invade both your privacy and your electrical safety. 7. Smart baby monitors and cheap Wi-Fi cameras. The silent invaders. Few devices feel as innocent as a baby monitor, but that innocence is exactly what makes them so dangerous. The majority of low-cost Wi-Fi baby monitors on the market operate with no encryption at all. Thousands of these cameras transmit video using unencrypted RTSP, real-time streaming protocol. Anyone who knows your IP address or uses a simple IoT scanner can find and watch the live feed. Search engines like Shodan have even cataloged these exposed streams, letting strangers peer into private nurseries, bedrooms, or living rooms across the world. The problem isn't new, yet it's getting worse. Many of these cameras are rebranded clones of outdated models, produced in bulk, reboxed under new names, and sold on major marketplaces for under $30. They rarely receive firmware updates and almost never meet modern security standards. Once compromised, hackers can take control of both video and audio, speak through the device's speakers, or record footage remotely. Beyond invasion of privacy, this exposes your home layout and daily routines. Priceless information for criminals who want to know when you're home or asleep. In 2024, cybersecurity agencies ranked Wi-Fi baby monitors among the top 3 most vulnerable Internet of Things categories globally, right alongside routers and cameras. Even some recognizable brands quietly reuse insecure hardware sourced from generic suppliers. The solution is not paranoia, it's caution. Choose monitors from brands that explicitly advertise end-to-end encryption and third-party security audits. If possible, disable remote viewing features entirely and connect monitors only to local networks with strong passwords. A good baby monitor should protect your child, not broadcast their life to the internet. Remember this: if a product promises peace of mind, it should never take yours away. Subscribe, like, and comment why you like this video for a chance to win a new Apple MacBook.